as well as make the beginning plans for the rest of the year. So, without further ado, let's get started. Question 1. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? I don't like leaving books unread, unless I'm hard DNFing a book, so technically I don't have any unfinished books. However, I do have a few series that I started this year that I would have liked to finish or get to the last book on. The Pies Before Guys mystery series by Misha Pop. I thought I would have read at least both books. This is a cozy mystery series that follows Daisy, a baker who can use magic to make her pies, reveal the secrets of the people who eat them. She uses her pies to solve murders and mysteries in her small town, while also dealing with her own personal problems and romance. Also, the Edge of Collapse series by Kylie Stone. I hope to have read more than the two I did. This is a post-apocalyptic EMP survival thriller. Follows a group of survivors who struggle to stay alive in a world without power, communication, or civilization. Question 2. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? As I'm posting this at the beginning of November, I am already in autumn, and I don't think I read any autumn-y books, unless I count The Raven's Tale by Kat Winters, which is a reimagining of the teen years of Edgar Allan Poe. As for transitioning into the winter season, I do want to read more of the Edge of Collapse series. That'll give me the winter weather and coldness I want. Also, I want to read Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison, which is about a girl trying to save her Christmas tree farm. Question 3. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? I don't really keep an eye on new releases. I usually just see books I may want to read on either TikTok or while watching YouTube. Although going into my Goodreads wanna read list, I do have a few upcoming books. Expected November 7th. Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. The third book in the Daughter of the Pirate King series by Tricia Levenzeller. Following an assassin hired by the lead of the first two books. Expected November 14th. Artifacts of an Ex by Jennifer Chan. This follows Chloe after getting dumped, and instead of throwing away her breakup box, she decides to use it to create an art exhibit. Another November 14th release, Do Your Worst by Rosie Dannon. Sparks fly when an occult expert and a disgraced archaeologist become enemies with benefits in this steamy romance. Expected November 28th. Didn't See That Coming by Jesse Q. Santanto. This is a retelling of the 1998 movie You've Got Mail about a gamer girl. Expected December 5th. Raiders of the Lost Heart by Joe Segura. Rival archaeologists must team up on a secret Aztec expedition, or it could leave their careers and art she's shipped off from the life she knows to a proper boarding school in England. Lonely, guilt-ridden, and prone to visions of the future that have an uncomfortable habit of coming true, Gemma's perception there is a chilly one. To make things worse, she's been followed by a mysterious young man, a man sent to watch her. The second is The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. This is about a mysterious sleeping sickness that affects several characters in a small college town in Southern California. The story follows their experiences as they try to understand and survive the epidemic, while exploring themes of isolation, connection, and the power of dreams. And finally, I'm hoping to read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This story follows a successful businesswoman who has put her personal life on hold to focus on her career. When she meets a charming and handsome man who is dealing with his own personal struggles, she begins to question her priorities and what truly makes her happy. As their relationship develops, she must confront her fears and insecurities and make difficult decisions about her future. Question 5. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? I don't know. You always want everything you read to become favorites. As I don't have any detailed plans on what I'm going to be reading, I don't know what would even be in the running to be a favorite. Hopefully I read and love every book I've talked about in this video. And that brings me to question 6. Have you started making reading plans for the new year? Again, I never have any plans about what I'm reading besides the bingo prompts. And even then, I'm not choosing books to match with the prompts. I'm reading a book I'm interested in, then seeing what prompts, if any, it fits. The most I plan is when I need to pack books for a trip out of town. And even then, I'm usually packing the night before. And that's it for the end of the year book tag. I hope you enjoyed hearing about some of the books I've read this year, and the ones I'm hoping to read before the end of the year. If you're interested in doing this tag yourself, I'll leave a link to Ariel's